and I just decided to start researching all the salons around and the different types. Straight out of school, I was working in a booth rental salon with somebody I knew, so I didn't really know much of what was out there. So I researched into a lot of them, and I knew that I didn't ever want to be in a Fantastic Sam's or a Supercuts or anything small like that where you don't really develop relationships with clients, because generally what I like is people, and I like to help people. So I knew that I wanted to be in a higher end type of place where you actually have time and have a relationship with them. So I started researching a bunch of them and found ones around that I liked, and I just started going out to them. So the ones that I had actually picked out and targeted are the ones that I brought my resume to. And every single one that I went into, as I handed them my resume, I was there for at least 3 minutes having a conversation with whoever I handed it to about my resume and how unique it was, and how they really liked it, and that was very interesting to them. And so most of the people that I applied to, I actually got a call back from. It might not have been immediately, but pretty much every single one that I brought my resume to called me in for an interview. The few that I wanted to work at, I targeted mainly. So Regis was my main one, and I think Ulta as well. So I kept coming in and asking to meet the resume or the manager, and actually trying to get in there. I left my resume with them, applied, put an application in, didn't hear anything back. I would call and ask if she was busy. I would ask for her name. I would come back into the salon daily, asking to speak with her. So finally she set up an interview with me at both. I actually had one at Ulta first. So I interviewed with them and actually did a tryout interview where you do hair as well. And then I got one with Regis as well. So that was the one that I really wanted. It was in a mall, lots of high traffic walk-in, very nice, expensive, well-known. So I applied, and I kept bugging her. I got the interview, and then I didn't hear from her. She said I would call you in a few days because she had a few people that she was doing that with, and I didn't hear from her. So I called her back and asked when she'd be able to meet again. Couldn't get a hold of her, and I just kept calling. I kept coming in. So finally she sat down with me, and we had an interview. And she went over the tryout interview with me and what she thought about how I did and my skills. And she actually hired me on the spot. And so she had mentioned to me that she actually wasn't going to hire me initially, but because I kept coming back to her and I showed initiative and skill level-wise, she liked what I had to offer, then she hired me. She took a chance on